G'day, Ben from Melbourne here, and probably what's a very late entry into Martin Harris's 1,000 subscribers celebration competition. And Martin has given us a set of questions to answer in our video, so I'll jump straight into it. So the first question is, what is the most unique item in your collection? So now you're thinking, yeah, that's a book. What's so special about that? Well, first of all, this book came with this beautiful Go-Betweens box set, which I pre-ordered a number of years ago, and there is inside here a nice little bookmark signed by Robert Forster. I'll just get that out and show you. Okay, that was a bad idea because it's underneath everything. Here we go. Getting back to the book. I can't remember how many there were in the pre-order, but if you pre-ordered it, this is a book that once was owned by the other half of the Go-Between songwriting team, which was Grant McClellan. This sat on his shelf. Don't know if he turned these pages. Don't know what he thought about the book. I've had a little read. Not bad. Short stories. But kind of nice to know that it was once the great man's. So I find that to be pretty unique. Yes, and I know I said unique, not unique. Huh. All right. A money-related album, song, or artwork. So I'm going to go with the great Eddie Current Suppression Ring's debut album, because it's got a great track. Where are we? Track 2, side 2. If you can see that. Insufficient funds. Yeah. About the lack of money, not about most stuff, which these days seems to be about, check out my Rolex. I'm full of cash. I'm Mr. Cash. Oh yeah, bit more cash. Sorry about that. Don't know what came over me. Next, an album made by an actor. This is a big stretch, because it's not actually made by this person, and this person's probably not regarded as an actor these days. But I'm going to go with Nick Cave's Murder Ballads. Now bear with me, because I'm going to say Kylie Minogue's an actor. Didn't say it had to be a good actor, but she definitely acted in Neighbours. And she, of course, is on the duet with Nick Cave, Where the Wild Roses Grow. Nick Cave, also another actor who makes a great musician, who's been in a few things, and the less we say the better. And just for a little bit of extra trivia, PJ Harvey on the track Henry Lee, I believe, is also in a film. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but yeah, another great musician who happened to be in a film. Really, that was tough, because, you know, as if I would own a bloody 30-foot odd of Grunts record or any of that Scheisenhausen just so I could say he's an actor making a record. I don't have enough space on the shelves for that crap. Getting sidetracked. Okay, a film starring a musician. Now this is kind of like the opposite, because I didn't like this guy's band, but he does a pretty damn good job of acting. Sorry I don't have the cover. In Dogs in Space, and that's Michael Hutchence is in the lead role of this, and this is kind of like a biopic, a good one actually, of the I guess it was called the little band scene of the late 70s, early 80s of all of the weird art punk bands centered around Melbourne, and particularly in this Richmond suburb. And it's basically lots of drugs, sex, even a little bit of rock and roll and some rough living. Good film. And the other cool thing about this is it comes with the extra disc, which has a fantastic doco all about that scene, and speaks to a lot of the people who were in those bands at the time. Bands like Primitive Calculators, the one that I can't pronounce, which is like the arrows that go like that, or is it like that? Can't remember, but I think it's like meant to be, you know, like chick chick chick, you know, like that band that did it years later. Alrighty. So that covers the second question too. Your favourite music biopic. So both all in one. Thinking all the time. Now, I haven't done one of these. Let's see if I can do it. Your country's flag using colours of vinyl sleeves. Now, let's see what we can do here. All right, let's say that this is yellow. Red. Oh, might work. And black. That's right, I'm not going with the old colonial Australian flag. Those are the colours of the Aboriginal flag. Red, black and yellow. Beautiful flag. Check it out. All right. I buggered that up because I forgot to put those in, but I somehow made it up with records around me. Lucky. Right. Solo records by all members of a band. Now, again, stretching this, because is the band the side project, or is everything else the side project? But let's see. So we're going with B Suburban as the band. So the many projects. We've got Tex Perkins and his Dark Horses, lead singer of the Beasts. Another Tex one, The Cruel Sea. And then sadly departed guitarist Spencer P. Jones' solo album. The other guitarist, Kim Salmon. Bit more Kim Salmon with The Scientists, but also with Boris Sujovic in the back there, who was the bass player on the first 3 B Suburban records. Then if that's not good enough for you, Kim Salmon and Spencer P. Jones together. And Spencer P. Jones, James Baker, drummer of the B Suburban on the first 3 albums, plus played in the earliest version of The Scientist. So it's all like this. And on the very first Hoodoo Gurus album, there he is, right there. And actually there's a young Brad Shepard, of course, who is probably better known for Hoodoo Gurus, but was also in the Hitmen and the Fun Things. Whew. Okay, most unusual vinyl. I'm gonna go with the Giz with Nonagon Infinity. It's a 9-sided vinyl. Yes, I know it's a picture disc, but you just gotta went with the Giz. So check all that out. Beautiful picture of sexy man Stu. Last question. No, second last question. An act you only like up to a certain point in their career. Now, I wouldn't say that I dislike them after this. I just kind of stopped buying their records. But yeah, up until Starfish, I think, yeah, the Church's first 5 or 6 records are absolutely brilliant. Couldn't tell you why, because I do like the odd church song I've heard and album I've heard, which they released after that, but just never got them. Now, last one, nothing to do really with music. It says favourite film spin-off from a TV show. Well, I'm going to do favourite TV show spin-off of a film. There's an Australian independent film called The Magician, which I saw years ago at the Melbourne Film Festival. Don't know if you've ever heard of it. Anyway, got a bit of acclaim. And years later, Mr. In Between, which you might know from your streaming services, came out, which was the TV spin-off about the same character who was a hitman who also had to balance a ex-wife, kids, girlfriend, best mate, everything else. It's on the blacker side of humour, but quite enjoyable. Alright, that's enough of me. I'll leave Martin Harris's details below so you can check it out and have a crack yourself. Thanks for watching.